Whenever I interacted with Kaine, I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time. Anyway...
The beast approaches.
Oh, I know.
Oh my god, seriously, what the hell, man? This beast has been in there for like 5 years and it took all of about 5 seconds for it to get out here. Ugh. Damn you, beast. I'm gonna keep my distance here. Again, I have nothing, so I'll put the defense drop on.
What anger this creature must have.
Seriously.
How did it even survive these past 5 years?
Ridiculous.
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
So I think it's supposed to be like a formality.
Lighter.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
I'm happy to just keep my distance and just grind it down like this. I don't fancy getting a game over. I've had like 2 of them. I've had like 3 of them already this session. I think it's being blocked by something. Hold on. It seems to work better when I don't lock on. Okay. There's no timer on it, by the way. There you go. At least it weakened over the last 5 years. Same problem again with the tentacles. Okay, it just barely taking any damage, so that's fine. Okay, wherever I ended up. There you go. After 5 years, we can finally finish this thing off.
Alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Grandma... Kaine, you gotta live! You gotta come back to us!
okay. Emil, you were the one calling me, weren't you?
You still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you, Kaine.
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow, you grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Oh, he growed up alright.
Shit. That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Wow, what a crew.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep. Emil's unflagging kindness. Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Tevura and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
Yep, happiness is short-lived in these games.
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious!
Please, try to understand. People are tired and scared, and... I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it!
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at me. As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
But...
We'll see you later.
Sorry about this.
Oh man, what the fuck?
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
We should turn in.
Well, we should sleep outside too, man. Fuck sleeping in the village if all our friends are out there.
I didn't get much sleep that night. For the first time in my life, I hated Tevura. For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades. Really, how can I blame Tevura and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad. Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
Yeah, abnormalities. Several deleterious abnormalities have been found with the subject in the early stage of treatment, including a relapse state resulting in a total loss of self. We will investigate the cause of this error and submit a countermeasure plan.
Sleep well?
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Tevura and Popola.
Very well.
Wow. That was a hell of a segment. I mean, the second half of the game has really hit the ground running. Some really interesting things are happening. And yes, we finally got to properly get to know who Emil was, what his story is, his tragic story, and we see the mask, the Emil mask that we all know. Even people who've never played a NieR game before, that mask is so iconic. And we finally got to see how it happened. But what a tragic story, man. Seriously. Yoko Taro games always seem to have this very sort of dark and tragic element. Their characters always go through a lot. And well, Emil's one of those where his entire life, everything that's happened to him is just, it's been so horrible. And he's had to face it. And despite that, he's still so nice and so kind and so, I don't know, forgiving and all that kind of stuff. And it was really hard to see, like, once he transformed, the way he was so, like, you know, ashamed and like embarrassed. He didn't want anyone to see him. He didn't want to look at anyone. And it's interesting to me because again, it's because I played Automata first. I saw Emil in Automata, and I was like, obviously when you see that mask for the first time, you're like, ooh, that's hideous, like, get away from me, you little freak. And then of course you don't know his story at that point if you haven't played Replicant before. And so as someone that's played Replicant, you watch that and you're like, that's really mean. And I think one thing that this game is really, I don't know, at least to me, what it says to me is that it really sells this idea of, you know, who you are on the outside and what you look like and all that kind of stuff. It really doesn't matter. Like, if you truly care about someone and if you're friends with someone, and if someone's got a good heart and a good soul, it doesn't matter what they look like. And we should support them, and we should, you know, build friendships and relationships with these people. And it's, you know, it's not about the way they look. And if you see the way that these guys have been outcast, and the way that they, you know, the self-loathing that they have, and the insecurities that they have, and all that kind of stuff, it's perpetuated by the people around them that don't appreciate them for who they are. So, some strong messages, I think, in this game for sure, and it's been really interesting to see. And I mean, you know, I always love a band of misfits, and we have Grimoire, Vice, we have NieR, we have Emil, and we have Kaine. I mean, that, like, as a group of four, is pretty awesome. And yes, I mean, of course I love Automata, but I think as a group of four characters, that's better than the Automata cast, I have to say, because they get to, I'm hoping that they get to travel and go through the story together from this point forward. Like, Automata had some incredible characters, especially near the end of the game. It was one of my favorite things about the game. But I do think, like, as a group, I'm gonna enjoy this party of Vice, NieR, Kaine, and Emil. So I'm really happy with where the story's at. I was really curious about how we're gonna get Kaine back, when we're gonna get her back, what's gonna happen with that whole thing. And at the start of the session, I literally speculated about whether she's not even gonna be in this half of the game, and we're gonna get to play with her in the team on our second playthrough of the second half. So that goes to show what I knew about the story, but it's definitely interesting. So I'm glad everything's sort of been sorted out, and we can make a run for, like, the ultimate goal of the story, to really find out what happened to Yona, who is Yona, who is NieR, and all that kind of stuff. So
I hope
we shall see. But I'm really starting to run out of money now. I think, despite what I said at the start, I might have to still do a bit of questing at the start of the next session, just to get a few more G's. Especially in hard mode. Like, hard mode really started to sing as well now. I've been really happy with the hard mode difficulty.
Curse these tired old bones.
Other than the repeated boss placement / design that I didn't enjoy so much in the previous section, that whole, like, gauntlet and the difficulty of that gauntlet, plus the battle in there and all that kind of stuff, I think they've done a good job, and I'm liking the difficulty. So in that sense, I think everything is going well. So add to this, like, once we have this group of four, if we pull together and we have, like, a cool story involving those four, which I'm pretty certain is going to be the case, and then we have some interesting side quests when we do our Route B run as well, then we're talking. Then we're starting to get towards that Automata sort of range overall. So it's starting to deliver on that early potential that I mentioned, and now it's starting to hopefully really hit its stride. So let's begin. I'll do a little more before I end this session.
Hey.
Oh, hi. I kinda thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to Popola? I think she wanted to discuss the Shadow Lord with you.
I'm headed there next. Oh, and Tevura?
Yeah?
Sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize. Anyone would be upset when their friends are hurting. Let Emil and Kaine know that we're sorry, alright?
Alright.
Yeah, it's a really tough situation, but I'm glad that they still, you know, NieR's being very mature about it, so I think ultimately it's a good thing. We're going to need Dev and Pop on our side to make this work. We can't be enemies. It's one of these things. Some things are just, they're bigger than you, and they're bigger than maybe some of the people you love even. You do what you got to do. The safety of like the entire population and like the community and that kind of thing is always about sacrifice. It's not about the individual.
Popola?
Oh, hello.
Look, I want to apologize for
Stop. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but neither did you. You're just trying to protect the villagers. And I jumped down your throat for it.
It's very kind of you to say so. Regardless, please don't let it trouble you.
Ahem. I believe there was something you wished to discuss with us.
Oh, right. Yes, about that. You know about the lost shrine, right?
Yeah, it's like the first place we went.
The temple where I was first discovered.
That's it. Well, it seems that the Shadow Lord's lair is connected to it somehow.
Oh ho. It was right under our pages the whole time.
But the bridge that leads there is unusable.
So, take a boat.
A boat?
Yes, the canal's finally been repaired. It took a lot longer than expected, what with the shades and all. I also asked them to provide a boat at the path to the Lost Shrine's back entrance. The ferryman will let you use it free of charge. That should make it easier for you to move from town to town.
Thanks, Popola. I feel like you've done so much for me. I'm really grateful. Alright, I'll see you around.
And for the love of everything, be careful.
Man, the cast is so nice. Everyone's just so nice in this game. Like, this guy is so nice as well. Of course we have Emil. Other than Kaine, everyone's like super nice.
The path above the entrance to the shopping district should lead to the boat landing.
Okay.
How
So,
excellent to know the canal is finished. Hopefully this puts our days of running all over behind us.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yona. Let's use it as often as we need.
yeah, that's good, man. Finally, it sounds like fast travel's coming into it as well, so that's another thing that I wanted to see. Can check it off the checklist. Just thinking, is there anything to sell here?
I hope you...
Let's see what kind of stuff we have that we basically haven't been using the entire time. Actually, you know what? Before I continue,
Shop here more up.
I wanna go to the junk heap, but let's just go to this boat first and see what my options are for travel. And then I want to go to the junk heap, and see if I can get an upgrade. I literally haven't upgraded anything, and then I'll get a better idea of what I can sell, that kind of stuff. Okay, here we go.
Hey, look who it is!
Oh.
Remember me?
This guy.
That red bag. By my pages, you're the slovenly half of that couple who refused to stop arguing.
Hey, it's been a while.
Sure has. I've been in charge of this canal since we last talked. Apparently I did a pretty good job with it because they decided to make me the permanent ferryman.
Oh yeah, huh? Congrats.
Thanks. Still, it's not all puppies and unicorns. The old ball and chain is always harping on me now about how much I work. Anyway, if you got a place to be, just let me know and I'll take you there.
Yes, please. Excellent. So, there's that. I don't know where in the Northern Plains we end up. It's probably still pretty near the junk heap, so I think I'm going to take this. I don't know how he takes us to the desert as well, but we'll find out. So yes, finally some fast travel. And again, if you've got a PS5, then it's even more. Then it's legit fast travel. This is kind of like medium fast travel. Still a hell of a lot faster than running. And less dangerous too. Okay. So there we go. We finally have the crew here. Now this means that when we fight shades out in the wild, you've got like Emil petrifying them and Kaine kicking their ass too. Now we become like an actual... Whoa, okay. Now we become like an actual squad. Let me just see them. Oh, okay, he can do a bit of that too. So again, smart that they're not making him petrify everything here, because then we won't be able to benefit from the item drops. I'm not attacking on purpose, I just want to see how powerful they are as a duo. Oh, nice. Yeah, so in general I will ignore it, but that's good to know. Yeah, so the junkyard is always going to be a little bit of a trek still, but it's all good. But I am so glad to be traveling with these two again. I was kind of worried at the end of the first half about what was going to happen. What a flipping crew! I mean, seriously, if you like Misfit crews, it doesn't get much better than this. Got Floaty, Skeleton, Helmet Boy, and then you got Kaine, who's a wonder in and of herself. So, what a crew! And again, I think one of the coolest things about it is that we have great dynamics, and those dynamics to me, they're just so important. Because the scene where, let's say, Emil, you know, he realizes that he's in this form, and obviously it's a tragic moment, because obviously, imagine it, you've been in your child body for over 1,000 years, you've been through all of this tragedy, you've just, basically your sister is dead, once and for all. It's just you, and you're about to get like the power to save Kaine. You're going to control your powers for the first time, and then you look like that, and it's like, what the hell? But then Grimoire Vice is like, oh, you know, I see you haven't lost your what was it, questionable sense of humor or something like that. And those kind of little icebreakers, even in those really like intense situations, I just really love that stuff. And I think it's always a sign of a great group dynamic. There's always got to be like someone in that group that can throw in a line or just throw in a moment that can remind everyone that, you know, you're still a group of friends that care for each other, and that no matter what happens in the face of adversity, you can still...
They appear to be out at the moment.
You can still, you know, be positive and have a good time and still enjoy your life in the world, if even temporarily. As long as there's your friends around you and the people that you care about, there's always something to live for, and there's always a reason to potentially have a smile on your face, even in the darkest of times. So yeah, unfortunately the junkyard is not available, which is odd, but fine. Before the next session I'll research that and find out why. Maybe there's a quest I have to do to bring them back. So there's another boat over there, but he can't swim, right? Can he swim now as an adult? I wonder, that'd be kind of funny if you can. Actually, hold on, I could jump off the end, couldn't I? Just do this. But yeah, I can't get around to that bit. They put a nice sleeping ball here for you too. Which is nice. It's still gonna crash. That's just how it goes.
Oh there! Just...
Okay. I'm just gonna head to the next quest anyway. I mean, I do feel a little more safe now that I'll have Kaine and Emil for like the hordes moving forward. I'm hoping he can still kind of petrify the storyline hordes, maybe.
The Lost Shrine's up ahead, just past this cave.
As well as the Shadow Lord's castle.
Let us make haste.
Okay. I have a feeling it's one of these where if you do ignore like the second half side quest, you'll get to the end of the story within like 5 hours, I think. But then if you do the side quest, it's probably more like 10-12 again. Okay, it's a long way up. I might have to do some cave fighting. Cool. Let's go. Squad, assemble. I kind of wish they all turned around so I could get like a nice little screenshot. This kind of works too, but it's just like the backdrop is nicer on the other side. Let me see if I can pull it off. Turn them around this way, get them running. Yeah, there you go. Maybe I can make it happen now. There you go. Squad. Look at the way Emil's always looking at me, by the way. You see that? Watch Emil's gaze. His eyes are always on me. You see that? That's so cool. What a nice touch. I mean, it's not like the most craziest thing in the world, but it's kind of cool. Alrighty. Let's begin. Oh, well, it's easy for Emil. I kind of wish they dropped... Oh, the Devil Queen. Oh, nice. My magic drops a bit, though. Let's just fight with a spear for a while. Yeah. I'm going to try the drain HP as well here. Okay. See, Emil, it's not all bad. At least you can float around now. It's like Bugenhagen from Final Fantasy VII.